Hi there. Welcome to Buddha Ron Tarot. This is my first episode. I am in titling it First Contact for a couple of reasons. It is not alien related on this particular episode, but I will be discussing later on uh, some alien experiences and UFO experiences as well as my belief system on that. But the reason I entitled it First Contact is I'm here to be a teacher. There are, in my opinion, on YouTube, 90% of what's out there. Most of the individuals are not that qualified to even speak on the subject. And all they talk about is manifestation in regards to stuff. There's more to spirituality than that. There are a couple gurus on or yogis on YouTube. For instance, Shamarti, that's the yoga uh, institute, and there's also Muji, another individual. Both of these individuals will give you the teachings of enlightenment, awakening, and what's coming to the planet and to human civilization. My program is more a GED program given to you. If you focus and do the daily lessons and exercises, listen to my tutorials, any messages I get from source, uh, you in 6 months will be at a state where you're awakened. A lot of people may say, "Oh, I'm awakened," but my question to you is, what is your spiritual practice? If you don't have a spiritual practice, if it's just watching YouTube videos and not actually doing anything, exercises that, let's say, a YouTube channel is asking you to do, if you're not meditating, doing mindfulness, even yoga, those are all uh, processes that help to awaken the individual. But if all you're doing is watching, what is my horoscope for this month or for this week, uh, again, it's a collective reading. And for the most part, you might resonate once in a while, but you might wonder, why isn't this happening when the collective's getting this type of reading? And that's because uh, there is both the individual and group collective consciousness that affects what we create in our reality. And the only way you're going to uh, create anything uh, actively and passionately of what you want is you need to be in alignment with source or God or the universe or whatever energetic force that you see as the divine. We are uh, divine souls in a human body, but we're also technically in an illusion. You are not your body. You are not even your mind. You are part of consciousness. You're part of God. And if you don't have this alignment, you won't co create what you want. You'll create by accident. You'll create whatever the group collective is creating. And at the moment, if you notice, the world is suffering. We're at war. We're having issues of inflation here in the United States and around the world as things get worse, and they will get worse. It's being done so that at some point, this will force humanity into awakening, whether you like it or not. If you don't have a relationship with source, you're going to either have one or expect a downfall, because that's what's coming. So my channel is going to provide the tools so you can maneuver through the challenges that come up and recognize that these challenges are not only opportunities, but but give you the ability to strengthen your connection to source. And we'll discuss that. I'll be putting out daily videos, at least a lesson or exercise every day. Uh, and and sometimes you will have to practice or do uh, whatever the topic is, so that it will demonstrate. So in this instant where I call first contact, it is your first contact with me, but also I want to show you, if you don't know already, that God is real, God exists. So I want you to do is the next 3 days, you can take out a journal, you can take out a piece of paper, and write down uh, your contact with source, with God, with the universe. Over the next 3 days, I want you to speak to God, speak to the universe, and ask them to show you proof that he, she, they are real, and God is real. And there is no feminine or masculine. That's why I use these pronouns here, because we are both, as our spirit, we're both masculine and feminine, and we are in the image of God, just like the Bible says. So when you ask God to do this and you start over the next 3 days, you will see abundance. Ask abundance be shown to you, and you want, so you can document it. And that this is to show, once you observe what is coming in, you can see that there is a connection with source. Source is listening, and you just have to recognize it. Now, you may say, well, am I going to win the lottery? Probably not. And a lot of these channels that promote that, when you go gambling, it's in the house's advantage. So my recommendation to you, I'm not saying don't go gamble. That's up to you. But if you expect to win, the reality is you're going to probably lose. If you go with the purpose of just having fun, and you're open to whatever the universe wants to give you, then you might allow to have some success and a win. So that's my recommendation on that. Uh, but when you're the next 3 days, examples of that you may not recognize that source, you may be walking down the street and you see a dime, and you go, oh, it's just a dime, and not even bother to pick it up. That dime may have been presented to you by spirit, and you chose to ignore it. If you did pick it up, did you acknowledge that it was given to you by the universe? It didn't just happen, it happened for a reason. Spirit is talking to you sometimes as many as a dozen times a day. But unfortunately, because we're so into our phones, into our lives, into what's going on in the media, which is mostly misinformation, uh, we are not listening. You may go to, let's say, a donut shop for breakfast, and you ask for 6 donut holes, and by accident, they give you one extra. That's abundance. The universe is giving you an extra donut hole. You may say, well, this just, it's only a donut hole. Once you start recognizing the universe and source is present in your life, you can co-create with source, and more abundance will come to you. So the this first contact is to first trust God, ask God to show you abundance, and over the next 3 days, uh, write it down. You may not even uh, you may say after 3 days, Ron, nothing happened. And that might not be necessarily true. Did you count that when you were walking, there was a rose on the sidewalk? That rose, that beautiful expression of love, was left on that sidewalk for you to observe, but you ignored it. This is what I want to do with this channel. You open your eyes, you will awaken, and your life will transform. So my hope is that over the coming months, in 6 months at the very least, if you do even half these lessons and exercises, your life will transform in a positive, especially considering what's coming. And that will be my next episode. And I'm entitling that Spiritual Prophecy. So you might want to tune into that. Uh, Again, I'd like to thank you. If you enjoyed what you heard, please subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you.